Hi friends, welcome to the Love and Other Delusions podcast. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight and introduction into what this podcast is, who I am, why we're doing it, and what we hope to achieve with this podcast. What does love and other delusions mean? When we're kids, we have these ideas of how life is going to turn out on a myriad of different topics, whether it's sex, love, adulting, politics, maybe not so much politics when we're kids, but a myriad of different things. We have these fantasies of how life is going to turn out. And then we grow up and nothing looks like we thought it would. And that gap between those two things is what I call the delusion. And now that I'm grown, I want to have a conversation about how I thought things would turn out and how you thought things would turn out and how they did turn out. And so on this podcast, we're going to talk about pretty much everything with people from all different walks of life. And we're going to explore those subjects with everyday people and see what it was like for them to navigate the grey. Because that kind of the delusion, it's all grey. And particularly when it's not what we thought it would be, we can feel kind of lost. So on the 28th of October, the first 4 episodes are going to drop. And they're with 4 very different people about 4 very different subjects. To kick it off, we have the producer of this podcast, Ms. Alana Charmer, joining us for episode 1. And we're going to talk about this podcast and what we hope to achieve, but we're also going to talk about the very colourful and interesting life that Alana has led as she's moved in different countries and different careers. She's currently living in Dubai and wondering what the next step is. And then the second episode is with one of my favorite people to have a conversation with, Mr. Sekou One. Sekou is a management analyst at the Pentagon, and he is forging a new entrepreneurial endeavor. So we're going to talk about what it is for Sekou to be a black man in America in 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, and facing the current political situation that we're in while he's working in the Pentagon. Now, our third episode is sure to be a popular one with everyone. It is with professional dominatrix Contessa, and Contessa takes us through what it is to be a professional dominatrix and how it was the only career she ever wanted to do. And I promise you this one will teach everybody something. She brought toys. This one, definitely check out the video version of, which couldn't be more in contrast than with our 4th guest on the podcast, which is Nicole Evelina. Nicole is a fiction and non-fiction historical writer, and she currently has 6 books published. We went into a deep dive of a conversation of how the history of America is informing the current politics of America and how we're moving forward with that, and how what's happening today is going to inform a future that a lot of us have no idea how to navigate. Really, really interesting conversations. And on Wednesday, the 28th of October, the first 4 episodes of the Love and Other Delusions podcast are going to drop on YouTube and on your podcast listening apps. So subscribe now so that you can get informed when the episodes do drop, and then we will be releasing a new episode every week, both on YouTube and on podcast listening apps. You can get all the details on our website, loveandotherdelusions.com, or check out the YouTube video versions of everything on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/LeeSafar, or hit us up on our socials at Love and Other Delusions Podcast. My hope for this podcast is that we can engage in conversations that navigate the grey for all of us. We're all experiencing a kind of turning point in the history of the world. 2020 has shown us that this is, all bets are off. And so what does that mean? Where do we go from here? And this is a podcast that will hopefully give you some things to think about while also giving you lots to laugh about and be entertained in the process. I'm super excited about this, and I hope you'll join us. Once again, join us on October the 28th for the first 4 episodes and a new episode every week after that. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.